Welcome, listeners. Welcome once again to Fate's Rest. And today we're going to get right into it because last time we left a cliffhanger in combat.
A cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger? Did I say that really? Yes. I've been having issues like that all day today. I said budget instead of budget earlier, so.
Sometimes it's just the mood.
Your brain. When your mouth moves faster than your brain.
Exactly. It's been one of those weeks. So
I feel that.
we are restarting combat at the top of the order. I will go over chain of events a little bit here. They smushed a bunch of people with frying pans from the sky because
Flying pans,
chaos.
if you will.
Yep, flying bad.
Yeah.
Gilby is protecting Jack from a bunch of goons.
Mhm.
Callie is about to do some crazy shit, which I don't exactly know yet. Little scaredy girl got squished by the gatekeeper, and the sword guy got dropped from the sky. And Zug is doing his magic thing.
At some point, we're going to get tried for war crimes, I feel like.
I guess you could say we've handled that one.
Top of the order, it is Zug's turn.
Straight out of the pan into the fire. Let's see. So I need some. I know there's a bow and arrow guy. Bow and arrow guy is currently alone, right?
Yeah, he's off by himself. Hopefully, no one attacks him. Is what he's thinking. If they're engaged in melee combat, I'm gonna stay over here.
Because so memory serves, Sig is not currently in melee combat, so Sig is going to cast a spell on this archer.
Okay. Do you currently have any other spells going?
I do have a concentration spell going, but I'm not casting another concentration spell. So I would like to. Oh, wait, that can't do that one. Never mind, I read the description of that spell. Okay, so I will do a different spell. That would have been hilarious, though. Just, oh yeah, Archer thinks he's all good. Just drop darkness on him. No, so I will throw out a shatter at said Archer if he's within 60 feet of Sig.
Within 60 feet? Tell you what, I'll give you that one because I don't remember the exact footage.
Okay, so we're going to cast a spell. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, please, and thank you, 15.
Oh boy. Yeah, I didn't think that'd go well for him. He rolled a 4.
Rolled a what?
He rolled a 4.
Nice.
You know, there's a reason it's Kelly's lucky number.
He's also an archer, so his constitution's set kind of low.
So he's going to hear a nice, sudden, loud ringing noise right where he's standing. A 10-foot sphere around him. Constitution saving throw, and they're going to take 4d8 thunder damage because I upcasted it.
Everybody hears this loud crack on the battlefield as this archer dude gets vaporized.
Also, any non-magical object that is not being worn or carried takes the damage within the spell range. So there's that.
Non-magical?
So I probably break a lot of pans too.
Those are heavy-duty pants. Those are also magic pants, so you're fine.
So that's a 13 for my thunder damage.
13 thunder damage. He looks alive. He doesn't look all that great. Shatter sucks.
yes, it does. So just the damage. I mean, at least he's not made out of stone or inorganic material, so.
Oh, I gotta roll a thing. Because that thing doesn't have much health to it. Oh. Okay, thank God. His bowstring still stays intact. Alright. Is that your turn?
I need to look at my bonus actions. So I will use my the orc aggressive bonus action to move 30 feet in that archer's direction.
Oh God.
So just wreck him and then start moving towards him. It's like, you're mine. And that's all I got.
Alrighty then. So archer guy is going to let 2 fly at Zug. How does a 21 and a 19 look?
Not pleasant. I don't believe I have. Do I have that spell? I don't have. I can't believe I don't have that spell. So yeah, they both hit.
10 piercing damage.
It's not very nice.
Yes. These are also magic arrows because you kind of broke his non-magic arrows.
I just want to say, before any more damage is done, I have a very nice amount of health left.
That's fine. These arrows, essentially, they keep you from moving your next turn.
Okay.
Some perilous arrows. It's pretty neat. You should still be able to make your actions. You just can't move.
Okay.
And next,
He knows not what he asked for.
next up is Yulby.
All right. Well, last I remember, there are a couple goons in front of Yulby. Okay. Well, I got this axe here, and I'm gonna just whack them. Let's just pick the one to the left and see how that goes.
I'm gonna whack the guy to the left.
Yes. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Perfect. That guy will take 11 damage with 5 radiant damage from improved divine smite because I'm an awesome paladin and my hits just have it now.
Nice.
And then he will take 4 what's it called? It's a different kind of damage from another kind of spell. Psychic damage. There we go. And he has to make a wisdom save of 17 because it is the Wrathful Smite.
I'm gonna say he passed the wisdom save.
Ah, darn.
However, that's what, 19 total damage?
Yes.
He's still unconscious.
Cool. Then just switch to the other guy. Rinse and repeat. She just gives him a look and a small smirk like, you ready?
He's not. He takes a deep breath.
24 to hit.
24 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
11 slashing damage because I believe that's what an axe does.
Yes. Yes.
He will take 5 radiant damage from the improved divine smite, and then 1 damage from the wrathful smite. Wisdom save 17.
Wisdom save 17. Okay, so the damage doesn't do much to him. However, he fails the wisdom save.
He's now scared of me.
And doesn't look great. I say at this point he would be considered bloodied. He doesn't look great, and he's now terrified of this tiny woman swinging a big ass axe.
She'll grin and wave one hand with the wiggly fingers, like goodbye. And that is the end of my turn.
All right, so first goon is down, and then the next one. Well, he kind of just turns and runs the opposite direction. Full movement.
I believe because at the end of his turn, he can make another wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Well, it's got to be a 17, right?
Yes.
It's 17 on the dice. So, yeah, he passed it that time.
So he ran the what? Full 60?
30 feet?
Oh,
full 60.
well, I
yeah,
thought he was going to
full
dash
60.
away.
He ran full 60. I'll give you that. He ran full 60 and then stops. Steals himself and turns back around. And that's next up is the bundled mess on the ground who fell from the sky. And those looking at him can see his arms trying to force himself up, but that slime just kind of covers him and sucks him back to the ground, forcing him out of the fight. And next up is Callie.
All right. Cool. So, is there any of the goons presently within 30 feet of Ruby?
No. They stay clear
Oh, okay.
away from her.
Well, then I don't have to worry too much about that. I'm gonna need her to make an intelligence save, please.
Oh, joy. Pretty sure 7 does not.
No, it
beat
does
that.
not.
Eating-
So she is
eating
still on
save.
fire, which is wonderful, right?
Yes.
Callie is going to. It's like a swirl of sort of electricity forms around the top of this new staff she has, and then disappears and then forms around where Ruby is in this like 20-foot sphere, casting synaptic static. She did fail, which means she gets to take. I'm rolling the damage. Hold on. 27 psychic damage. And for the next 1 minute, she has to roll a d6 and subtract it from all attack rolls, ability checks, and constitution saving throws.
Oh dear.
That's gonna make the fire a lot more nasty.
Oh dear. Well, the damage, she's still conscious. Like you could still see she's fighting, trying to fight back. But yeah, oof. I don't know how else to describe that. So looks like she just got a massive migraine, I guess.
For now, Callie likes where she's at in the sky away from all the danger. But I would like to keep an eye on Sig. For when or if he ends up landing. Because I'm using my concentration on him and I need to know when I no longer need to do that. Oh, he's currently on the ground?
He's on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
I missed that somehow. I thought he flew 30 feet closer, not... Okay. Awesome, then. I'm going to dismiss my concentration on fly. But I'll do that at the beginning of next turn. So Zug can still have one more turn with it.
Alright.
Yep.
And that is your turn? Alright. Gatekeeper is up. And he's pretty close to what all just transpired with Ruby. But instead of continuing fighting her, he takes to the sky again, surveys the surroundings. and launches 2 small fireballs at the guys running away.
Pretty sure that's okay.
Gods don't follow the law.
I'm no military lawyer or anything, but I'm pretty sure attacking retreating foes is a war crime.
And they are both dead. Smoldering ashes in the wind. Which would mean next up is Ruby. Now, remind me again if she can attack or not while on fire. Do not remember.
I believe she has no problem attacking. Let me read the spell again. Breathe one creature you can see within range. Target must make a dexterity saving throw. Take the save. Failed save. They also burn for the spell's duration. Burning sheds bright light within a 30-foot radius and a dim light with additional 30 feet. At the end of each of its turns, you repeat the saving throw and take 4d6 on a failed save. It ends on a successful save. They cannot be extinguished by non-magical means. And I love the finale there, that if the damage from the spell kills the target then is turned to ash. So no impedance to attacking. Just has to make a dexterity saving throw at the end of the turn.
All right. Well, she is a bit furious as to what's going on. Not happy whatsoever. And she kind of claps her hands together, and this surge of magic dissipates from her. Doesn't affect the flames, doesn't affect anything damage-wise. It just surges out. And I'm going to need everybody on the ground to roll me dexterity saves.
Dirty 20.
You're fine.
That is a 19.
You're also fine.
Nope, sorry, the 21.
You're still fine. Jack fails.
He's right next to Yolby. He gets like a +5.
I know.
Oh, still failed.
So much for God of Luck.
That's an oof.
Yeah, he rolls all of his saves with advantage, and he still rolled like a 7.
Well, he's the god of luck. We never specified if it was good or bad luck.
I mean, good or bad, it's all luck, so.
Homeboy with the bow fails, and Kelly and the gatekeeper are safe. Alright, so all the people on the ground automatically fail. When this magic dissipates, when it kind of coats the ground around, bunches and bunches of vines sprout up from the ground wherever people were standing at. And those of you fast enough, or those of you who saved, are able to get out of the way quick enough. Those who did not are now wrapped and confined in vines that are slowly squeezing them.
And she's allowed to make another intelligence save at the end of her turn to try to get out of the static.
Yep. It's also got to do what kind of save for the
a dex
save for the.
And that spell that you threw on there, Nikova, is nasty. So.
So the dex saves first because order here. Well, that's a fail.
Even before the negative?
Well, before the negative, it was a 2 on the dice. So the dice are in y'all's favor today.
You know what? I think
That's a good thing.
I think Jack is just like using his luck powers to manipulate how well Ruby is saving, and that's why they're not working on himself.
Yes.
He just switched who got what saves.
It's not the god of luck; he's the god of probability. intelligence save is a 12. Because yay -5.
Ouch. So that's another 4d6 fire damage.
Yes.
So I'll roll that up.
The only thing that happens with the save fail is that it just continues. She's not out of the static yet. Muddled
That's
thoughts.
17 fire damage.
17 fire
Please and
damage.
thank you.
Still not
Yep.
enough to take her out. But she's looking very much bloodied. Huzzah, y'all are beating up on a child.
She started it.
And we are back to the start of the order.
Okay, so Archer Boy.
He looks like he's in pain.
Well, Archer Boy is going to be in really pain. So let's see. What's a good direct spell? I think that's a good one, but I don't want to.
With him
Yeah.
being restrained by the vines, he automatically fails strength and dexterity saves.
Okay, so how's about a third level burning hands then? When I'll move up
Ow.
and.
I mean, is that a 2-hit or is that a save?
That's a dex save.
Dex save, yeah, he automatically fails that. What is the minimum amount of damage you can do?
5.
Okay, he'll survive that, so you gotta roll.
One more d6. $21.
Yeah, no, he's dead. Smells like burnt meat, kind of like someone burnt some bacon and wood ash.
And Sig will just after he just burning hands this guy, just be like, "That'll teach you to fire your arrows at someone."
Alright, so Sig, fun fact. The
Uh-huh.
person that was now restrained in those vines is dead. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity save as you are now the closest person to those vines.
Dexterity saves. I'm going to use my 2 soul ability on that one. Thank you very much. For the foresight ability. That's better. So it's a dex is a dirty 20.
You're fine. You dodge it as these things reach out to try to grab you, almost as if they're alive.
Probably start talking a little bit of crap about gardening and Celestial. Just like, you're just lucky I don't have my tools. I'd make you work how I want you to work.
Was that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Bow guy is dead. You're up.
Cool. Basically, all the little goons are dead. I'm gonna turn around, and I'm pretty sure this cage was pretty flimsy, and just kind of flip that, please and thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just falls apart as you try to open it.
Cool. I need to undo Jack from the vines,
All right.
and I don't know what you need me to do.
So essentially, you make an attack at the vines.
Cool.
The vines do have a health.
Sweet. I'll just do that. 24 to hit with the axe,
24. Yeah, that hits.
and the other one's a 25. Does
I mean-
my smite still work against it?
Technically, yes, because it is a living creature.
Okay. Let's see. We got 9 and 8, so So, can I do basic math? 17 slashing damage. D8.
17 slashing damage.
Then 7. Why can I never remember it? Radiant damage. There we go. 7 radiant damage.
Oh.
And then I believe it is 1d6 for the Wrathful Smite.
Okay. And doing math in my head is hard.
Feel that.
Or is it a possibility you can wipe this vine out with a single attack
Uh,
like this?
that will be 6 and then 5, so 11 psychic damage. And the plant has to make the wisdom save of 17 to be afraid.
It's dead. You did more than 30 damage. It's dead.
Goodbye, plant. I can prune.
You hit it with the axe and it like puts this big gouge in it, and then the radiant and psychic damage hit it, and it kind of just shrivels up and drops to the ground.
Sweet. And that is all I can do for this turn, but she's gonna be like, look, I got you out.
Jax all smiles.
Perfect.
Scuffed up and scraped up, but he all smiles. Just so everyone knows, because of what he's being confined by or restrained by, everyone sees that he's in changeling form. He's not just some golden skinned human looking guy. He 100% looks like a changeling.
Maybe you should describe that to our audience.
So, I mean, changeling is atypical changeling. He's got the solid white hair, the gray and white blotched skin. He's got really fine angled facial features, almost as like an elf's facial features. But he's got the big wide eyes. He's still wearing his golden leather armor, but other than that, he looks 100% like a stereotypical changeling. And you said Gilby's turn is done.
Yep.
This guy's dead. This guy's dead. This guy can't move or is not allowed to fight according to the slime. Callie's turn.
Okay. Give me just one moment. I'm deciding between a couple of different actions. You know what? Why not? I know that Ruby's already on fire, but like maybe she could use a little more fire.
Looks a little cold.
Yeah. So, gonna hold out that staff again, and a bright orange flame is gonna start flickering at the very end of it. I'm gonna shoot it toward Ruby. I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Fireball?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Centered on Ruby, so it's a 20-foot radius around her, but you've already said that there's no one really around her.
Nope.
And this does allow me to upcast it, so I am upcasting it quite a bit. How does a 7th level fireball feel? That's a dexterity
it's gonna
save.
hurt. Okay.
It's a big oof.
6.
Awesome. That does not save. That's 44 fire damage, please.
Oh, fuck. She takes one knee, drops to one knee after this. And she struggles to stand back up. She doesn't look great at all. But she is still up.
She's letting her magic speak for herself at this point, so she's got nothing else to say. Just maybe a very smug smile. That's it. That's my turn so far.
All right. So, Gatekeeper, on his turn, will drop back to the ground and transform back into his portly dragonborn self. And he's gonna walk through all of this nonsense happening around Ruby, as if completely unfazed by it, and just kind of just hits her upside the head. And knocks her out. Because she had 1 health left. You were so close to just knocking her out completely. And that's combat.
Wonderful.
Arguably, she would turn into dust now.
Well, she got smacked upside the head. It's possible that he did a non-lethal blow.
The flames dissipate
but-
when he hits her.
That's bogus.
He's a god. Get over it.
I wanted to clean my enemy up in a dustpan.
Pretty sure there's a couple of ash piles that you can go do that with right now.
No, they don't count.
Callie's gonna oh so gracefully land on the ground.
I gotta do the heroic thing and scoop up Jack and just bring him over to the group to his sister. That's fine.
Fireman carry.
No, bridal style, my dude.
Threshold.
Yeah.
Ooh. He's all like leaning into it, playing it up.
Well, that was fun.
She doesn't have to fight anymore. She doesn't need to keep her axe out. It's fine.
Everyone all right?
Yeah. Pretty good. Barely got a scratch.
Just a little bit of unconsequential damage there.
Gatekeeper looks around at the 3 of y'all around the battlefield, and the 2 people that are now unconscious. Well, 3 of you carried yourself very well. Good job.
You know, I'm really kind of concerned here. He brings the pants and I expect us to use them. Then we use them and he acts all appalled. But now he says we did a good job.
Well, he's just recognizing our skills, is all.
Gatekeeper laughs a little bit. You really don't know how to take a compliment, do you?
Oh, I do. Just first we're berated, then we're complimented. It's kind of a weird mix.
Any other world, what we just did here would have been a war crime, and it's fine. But there's no government going to sanction any of you.
Well, this is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Who's gonna know? Squids at the knowledge god.
Who's gonna know? Looks for cameras. All right, so I guess our next course then. He's gonna he's gonna definitely look at our slimed friend, kind of like prod him with a boot. Like, what are we doing with this one here? It looks like he was held out of it.
As you prod it with your boot, the slime kind of slides off of the guy's body and forms itself back into its little dewdrop shape. And the guy coughs. Oh, what the fuck hit me?
Well, the ground, so it more accurately caught you.
Am I dead?
That depends on your next
Do you
words.
want to be?
I mean, I've died once. I think. Is the little monster contained?
Well, I'm hoping the gatekeeper decides to actually do something correct for once, since we weren't allowed to finish it.
And you see him pulling out another one of those bottles, like Leviathan was in, and he's kind of like magicking Ruby into the bottle.
If it can hold Leviathan, it can probably hold that one, I would guess.
Shouldn't we do up her bandages at least? She's going to be trapped in a bottle.
Oh, I can heal her from here. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll add it to my collection.
I'm not entirely
Serious
sure
or
if
not?
this is a question I want to be asking, but how powerful does a being have to be in order to qualify for this collection you're making?
It was a joke. She will only be in the jar so long as I can figure out what caused the corruption and stop and like reverse it.
Okay, so in the jar for observation. So I guess what's our next course now that we stopped them? And then I don't know what we want to do with this one.
Well, don't.
Shade, I guess, thinks
Fade.
he's worth saving. Fade?
Fade.
Well,
Fade kind
I
of
said the wrong one.
stands in between you and him, like trying to protect him.
well,
Not gonna do anything. He's already out of the battle and he's outnumbered. He's at least smart as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I don't think I could take you guys as it is. Plus, you know, giant dragon guy here.
He's what we like to call a big gun. You know, the whole carry a big stick.
Gonna
that's
look
that
over
right there.
to
So
gonna
I
look
guess
over
he
to
carried
Yobi
us.
because I keep hearing her try to say stuff and then get interrupted. Just like gesture for her to speak.
she'll wait and she'll watch and just to like make sure and see. Well, I'm pretty sure they were talking about Daddy Darkness or something, and that's where we're supposed to go next. Unless you forgot. Did you get hit in the head hard enough?
Well, I know that, but I don't see where we are going to stop.
Points to little bottle of girl. Points to other dude. They might know.
The darkness kind of just left as fast as it could. I don't know. He's like starting to slowly sit up and hold his head and holds his arm. Nothing looks like it's broken, but he's gonna be completely bruised from one end to the other. I don't know. And then the gatekeeper kind of speaks up. We don't know. However, he pulls Leviathan out of his pocket, shakes the bottle up a little bit. He does.
Well, can you ask him?
I'm interrogating him right now, and he shakes the bottle.
Just makes the carry on gesture.
Which is you up to the bottle. You hear a bunch of squeaking in Draconic. Just Draconic squeaking. The islands in the south.
Well, then that sounds like our next destination.
I will. We should head back to the tavern and just go straight from there. Or I can send you guys straight there. I will start gathering the other pact holders so we can create the next step. The next egg, the next seed, whatever you want to call it.
It'd be good to get everybody together. Figure we can get started. You gather everybody up.
Yes.
That means no more pan drops, sadly.
I should be able to pinpoint which island is under magical distress once we get back to the tavern. Right now, I'm not at full power still, so I need to have access
How
to that.
does one go about the process of creating this seed?
Essentially, once all the pact holders are in one spot, using the pact holders as a what's the word? A medium. The elementals pass their magic through and into one spot. And to do everything, we're going to need a sparkstone, or the equivalent of a sparkstone. It's a blank one, which there's one at the tavern.
I believe I also have one.
You
I
do.
did. Hold on, this is our player wondering if I did something with that or not.
I don't quite remember.
As far as I know, you still have it.
Yeah. Gonna pull out the little... yeah, there it is. The little clear stone that I have.
That is the one. One identical to that.
Alright, and
Once it is infused with the elemental's magic, it will grow significantly in size.
I see. So we're going to go to this island ahead of you, and we expect to see the father there, the darkness one.
It'll either be the darkness fighting its other half, or they will be one. Either way, it's not going to be fun for anyone involved.
I'm confused.
Oh,
If you're gonna call all the pact holders, why do we need to go out ahead when the three... No, sorry. Yobi doesn't know about Zug. When the two of us have friends.
well. We're going to need to make this all in the same place. Preferably closest to the father, because we'll be able to maybe appease him or control the magic fluctuations that happen with this thing. It's kind of semantics. It has to happen natural. You know what? Go check on the island. Find out what's going on. And I will bring all of the other pact holders to you.
What if I just call them? She'll look at like her feather and her coin.
Well, I think it's not an issue of calling, it's an issue of getting them there quickly.
Yes.
And with the ability to move through doors as the gatekeeper can, I imagine it's pretty fast for him to gather everybody up. And definitely call them to say, get ready, but...
Oh, well.
I suppose that's
you've
fair
got
enough.
2 there. You can summon.
So our mission
We
is to
also
go to the
have
island
the-
and make sure that there is a safe enough space prepared for all of us to gather.
Correct.
gather a beachhead.
Yes.
Well, let's go.
Right. And he opens a door. He like conjures a door and opens it directly into the tavern.
Should malfunction.
There we go.
Sorry.
I'm gonna put down Jack and make a couple phone calls.
Jack's still standing there with his arms bound.
That's fine.
And he looks around for a minute. No one's moving to take his bindings off. He just walks through the door. Yep. That's fair. Once everyone's through the door, the gatekeeper will follow and close the door. And that is where we'll stop for the night.
Are briefly returned into the tavern with one bound goblin behind us.
And
That goblin
about
crazy.
500 pounds fewer pots and pans.
I just imagine some date way in the future when somebody goes over this battlefield and just finds a metric crap ton of pans and a bunch of them are broken. Like, what would the archaeologists think of that situation?
Wouldn't they all shrink?
brings-
Happened here?
Brings a whole new meaning to cooking battles.
They're not going to think those are cooking utensils. They're definitely going to think they're weapons.
Yeah, they're gonna think it's like some ancient war zone where all these weapons were left, maybe some ceremonial thing, like some ancient society worshipped pans or some nonsense.
Or they use it to cook
Anywho.
their enemies, gain their power.
Oh God.
That's why there's no remains. That's a good one. I like it. That makes sense. Other than that one really burned one, he went a little too long. And on that note, please rate and review our episode. Do not tell us we went a little too long because I will start laughing uncontrollably. Or do, I guess. Either way works. But yes, please leave a rating review on your podcatcher of your choosing for our episode in our show.
Yeah. Or... I mean, right? Like, after you're done leaving that review, you could pop on over to our Discord to hang out with a bunch of other people who listen to us and, even us on occasion. So, we'll look forward to seeing you there.
You could also check out our social media, Fate's Rest, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Stuff gets posted there, I promise.
It does. It really does. And lastly, I'll leave you with topic of the week. And I think because some pretty gnarly ones were used during this combat, I want to hear about your favorite spell. Everybody has one. I want to hear about it.
I don't have just one.
My favorite spell's a cantrip.
Yeah. I'm really digging prestidigitation.
That's actually my
It's
favorite
real
one
good.
right there. Yep.
Lots of utility.
And with that, we love you.
We love you.
Love
Love
you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.